The next mistake that a lot of amateur owners make that professionals don't, and that is not letting the horse find the answer, not letting the horse ask for something and give the horse the chance to find the answer. And this kind of equates to uh, trying to help your kids do their homework, and you're giving them the answers to their homework instead of letting them figure out the answer on their own. And a good example for that is, let's say I walk him around and I'm going to take my hands, shorten the reins, and just set them right here. When I do that, he should be bringing his chin in, rounding his back a little bit, lifting his shoulders, and he knows the answer. He knows what he's supposed to do with his face when I do this with my hands. But let's say I have a green horse and I do this. He's going to push on my hands. He's going to try to get the slack out of the reins. He's not going to find the answer, which is to get off my hands, which will help him carry his body better. A lot of amateur owners don't expect the horse to find the answer. And one of the biggest ways I see this is somebody will say, my horse doesn't like this bit. And a horse not liking a bit, it's not that the horse doesn't it's not that the horse doesn't like the bit. The horse doesn't like that the bit asks him to do a certain thing with their body. So if I put this bit, this is just my low port leverage bit. This is the basic bit that I put on after a snaffle. And if I put this bit on a horse that doesn't know how to find the answer, which is bring his chin in, then he's going to root his nose out, and the owner is going to interpret that as my horse doesn't like the bit. Well, it's not that he doesn't like the bit. It's that the owner needs to give the horse a chance to find the answer. What is the horse supposed to do with this bit? I see that all the time. I had a horse in training, I think it was early last year, and it was a horse that was heavy on her front end, pushed on my hands a lot. Really a broke horse. It was I think it was a mare around 8-10 years old. Really nice broke horse. But what she would do, she would root on your hands to get slack and then take you over here. When I would put a bit on her with a little bit of port, and I could take and put a little pressure on her, round her back, lift with my hands, and I would have that bit to ask for her to give me an answer, round your back, and expect her to give me that answer. She rode great. But if I didn't expect her to find that answer, you rode her in a snaffle bit, she's like, well, I'm going over here. And I went over this with the owner. Owner took her home, and I talked to her about a month later, and I asked her, how's the horse doing? She said, I'm going to have to sell her. I said, why? She said, well, she won't listen. She won't do what I asked her to do. I said, well, what did you change? And she said, well, the horse didn't like the bit that you told me to ride her in, so I put her in this other bit. And the difference was the bit that I had her ride in, the horse had to find the answer. And the owner took that as, well, she didn't give the horse the chance to find the answer. And the horse ended up taking over. So many people have in their concept, bigger bit equals more stop. And it's so not true. The different bit gets the horse to use their body in a better way. That's why you should be changing bits.